What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of TheDropPodcast. This is the show where we play games, hang out, and die a lot while playing Kirby. If you guys are listening on the podcast, of course, you're not seeing, all the death. You're just listening to me struggle through this experience. But otherwise, you are enjoying watching me be obliterated over and over. Matter of fact, we are struggling a little bit. Matter of fact, I am afraid we will die this episode because I only have two lives left. Oh, come on. This is actually like a highly stressful game, man. But if you've been following this series, you know that Kirby maybe is not my specialty. It's just really difficult. Dude, if Kirby's bad, imagine what Mario would be like. Maybe I'm just not good at these games, at what are the platformers. But anyway, man, I had a pretty, it was a good week, but it was a long week. It was like nearly every single day I was just ready to go. I was just so done with the job. Also, or not with the job, not with the job, but it was just waking up, and I was watching this really good anime, so I was unfortunately being irresponsible. I was staying up late, which I talked about last episode. With the redhead, what is it called? Oh, Snow White with the red hair. So that must mean it's like Aka something. Aka Kame? Nah, I don't think that's it, but I don't know if you guys knew this, but I actually took Japanese for a second. Oh man. You know what? I'm so bad at it. I just need to keep my distance. Yeah, I took Japanese for like 3 years until I was a sophomore. Yeah, I was a sophomore in high school when I stopped taking Japanese. So in junior and senior year, it was my first years not taking Japanese. So now it's been a really long time, but every once in a while, like certain things come back. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed that. But I got I just lost passion for it for a little bit, because like the original reason I used to be like, I didn't even really have passion for anime. I was more trying to like fit in, but because my cousin did, and I always thought it was like super cool, but I did enjoy it. But I've actually found, like, for some reason, like now, like I just love it. Like it's just so chill. It's just such a good vibe show. And I was actually thinking about this, trying to figure out like why. You know what I mean? Oh, hold on. Before I keep going, let me set my timer. I always forget that. But yeah, like why is anime so like enjoyable? And I find it's because it's just like simple, lighthearted, and it's also a different culture. So like it's interesting and intriguing, and you get to see different stuff, and it's cool, or at least that's what I think it is for me. I don't know if that's what everyone else feels, because I just have like this weird intense desire inside of myself to see, the world. Like, I just want to see everything that there possibly could ever be and experience, everything that I can possibly experience. Like, I just want to know it, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to know what it looks like and understand people, you know what I mean? Like, one of my I think biggest things just in life is just like my intense desire to just get it, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to like look at someone and be able to figure out like exactly like what's going on, you know what I mean? And just like figure it out, you know? And I always feel like every time I meet someone new or someone interesting, like that happens. Like I kind of see something in myself or something in general that just like teaches me. Like one thing that's honestly changed my life is my podcast I did with what's her name? Tori Rose. It's like so often, like constantly, I find myself going back to what she taught me about. Like, we are more, like, the strongest thing that I think she ever said that I took to heart was she said, I'm like, she's cute and she's attractive, and so I assume like she gets a lot of male attention, and one thing that she finds is like all the men are always like, yeah, we can, go to the gym and work out. And her thing is like, well, okay, I'm more than my hobby. I'm more than just, I like to do other things. I have family. I have a job, It's interesting because to me, it's like I take that job approach far, far stronger, or like, it's like I look to that job more than I look to anything else. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I want to be, I used to struggle because like anytime someone asked me what I want to be, it would always be like, oh, I want to be like a teacher, and that was like the main event of my entire life, And so like she really, really helped me, I think, find that enjoyment and appreciation for life a little bit better, I think she really did help me. And yeah, one, I'm just thankful for that, but also that's just like a really great lesson, to be taught, you know what I mean? Because I think a lot of people struggle with that, and it might not be my case where it is like that work that I'm kind of like define myself by, but we just forget, and then we get like stressed out, you know what I mean? Like, or at least I certainly do. I get stressed out whenever I feel like I'm not doing something because that's something that I forget about, But at the same time, there is that level of, okay, but am I just wasting time? Because there's feeling bad because you're there's feeling bad because you're not like on your path. Well, hold on. Let me take this back. Actually, let me take this back. Maybe the reason why you feel bad isn't because you're not on the right path, but maybe the reason is because you're trying so hard to be on the right path. And actually what you need to realize is that there isn't a rule to this stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, or hold on. What am I trying to say? Whoops. I can't remember. But anyway, that lesson though of like, you are more here's what I was going to say. I think sometimes we just get so stuck on this idea like, oh, I need to work on this, I need to work on this, I need to work on this. And just whenever you do that, that eventually like eventually your brain just gets put in a box. You know what I mean? And that's whenever you're not happy. Oh, and here's what I was saying, by the way. Maybe you're not happy because your brain got put in a box and now you're not making progress towards your goal anymore. So then, how do you do that? Well, you gotta take yourself out of that box. And then how do you take yourself out of the box? Stop doing what you're doing. Try something new. Do something else. You know what I mean? Do something drastically different. Even if it's exploring something, like just relax a little bit. You know what I mean? Watch some TV. You know what I mean? It's not. That's what I find. That's what's really helped me. But then there's times where like, okay, now I'm in that TV box. You know what I mean? So you're always kind of having to push yourself, I think. And that's kind of my take, you know. So always push yourself in and out of spaces. And I think that makes sense scientifically for like neurogenesis too, because I especially like, or just like in, oh, and this is kind of what I hope to talk to my brain friend about. She, oh, I just lost my train of thought. My throat's starting to hurt. Hold on, I'm gonna get some water. Right, what was I saying? Oh man, I can't afford to have this happen. There we go. So, oh, so here it is. Wow. Okay. But anyway, here it is. So let's say if the way your brain makes progress. Alright, okay. No. Sorry. If the way that your brain makes progress is by continuously exploring different ideas and pushing itself forward, then we probably just missed a life. Okay, but if the way that your brain progresses is by let's just keep going, dude. But if the way this works is that your brain needs like new stimulation to create different pathways and strengthen other pathways, if that's the way that it works, then wouldn't it make sense that wouldn't it make sense to somebody that one thing that you can do is constantly give it new stimulation? And if you constantly give it new, different stimulation, then eventually, or if you constantly just keep giving it new stimulation that gives it new ideas and creates new pathways, you're gonna get eventually you're gonna get, I guess, smart, quote unquote smart. Well, here's my philosophy. Like, if you keep creating new pathways, new ideas, just keep exploring different topics and such, you're constantly using different neural pathways, and if you're constantly using different neural pathways, then you're constantly gonna find new ways to think about things, and part of that is who you want to be and your happiness, and also at the same time you're getting all this experience and all this knowledge, and that makes you feel better. You know what I mean? That helps you grow. Yeah, so I mean, wait, I forgot why I was saying that. I don't remember, whatever. Remember my philosophy, if it doesn't stick, it's not meant to have, it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be in conversation. Oh man, Orange Island. Are we gonna finish this? We might actually finish this. This would be a really short season if that's the case. Which I'm cool with. I'm cool with the short season. I can rock with that. Alright, so new philosophy. New philosophy, by the way. I think... Bro, what the heck? How am I supposed to beat him? I guess it... Okay, well that's that. That's it for that. Have we died before? Ah, shoot. This is about to be it. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Just die. Oh, what? That's not fair. Come on, man. Just chill. Chill on me, man. Alright. Just one more. There we go. Oh, that's cool. I'm cool with that. That's cool. I like that. Ah, I guess we didn't have to beat him. That's whack. Ah, and we're still underwater. Guys, this is not looking good for us. Alright, well, that's good. I'm sorry, my throat. Forget it. My throat is really starting to hurt. I think it's because I've been rapping too much. And then also whenever I rap, like I use under my breath. So whenever I use under my breath, I think it damages me. I think it damages my voice. And yeah. Alright, so new rule. I think this is the one mistake that we've made. You should always enter doors in Kirby. And that's how you get hearts or lives. If we need to, what I could do from now on is I could go back to... I actually really like throw power. I came back. Oh, that's cool. Throw kicks butt. Alright. Oh yeah, it was. So I was telling you guys, whenever I work on my rap too much, I think it hurts my my voice. Oh no. That really sucks. This is cool. Still, that really sucks. And this power sucks. This power is the worst. Ah, forget it. No more negativity. No more negativity. That's one thing I've been working on. I just started reading this book by Dale Carnegie. And it's about what is it called? It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People. So I've started to read that, and I'm only 2 chapters in, because I've been taking Well, I didn't do this on purpose, but I think I will do this now because basically what happened is I think I went on vacation, or I don't know, something happened, and so I missed a day. I missed it, or something happened. So basically, I didn't read it. Is what I'm saying. But then I saw myself implementing the lessons inside of it, and so this is where I realized like this is good, you know. So like it's good to take that break, you know, before I hop too much into it, because you know I see myself focusing better on these on some of these things. Just for example, like trying to remember what the first one is. Or it'll just be stuff like don't I forget. I don't even want it. Well, I guess I have to. It's impossible. I'll just skip it. I don't need it. Oh yeah, what was I saying? Oh, I guess I have to. Okay, well this is a good one. This is a good item. Oh. Alright, but here we go. But I found myself implementing certain things, like at certain times. For example, the first lesson in the book was like, be hesitant to make judgments. So I found myself like, because that's one thing that I think we all struggle with a lot, is just like making those judgments, and I know I do it all the time. But it's just, so I took that to heart, and I've been implementing it, and I realized like it's better to try and understand, you know what I mean? Like, here's how you do it sincerely. And here's what I found. Try and understand first why someone has X or Y perspective. You understand first, and then you act second. You know what I mean? Alright, I have an idea. Maybe not. Oh shoot. I just wanted it. Oh well. Nope. Act first. Or don't act first. Try and understand first. So if you try and understand first, you'll naturally find that people are reasonable, you know, in situations where you probably used to say, why did you do this? Now you're saying, like, oh, like, I can see where, you know, doing that would make sense. But unfortunately, it wasn't the right move in this situation or this occasion, and mistakes were made. Then you can forgive. And then the second lesson, though, which I know I struggle with, just with like, because I've, insecurities is just game over. One thing that I struggle with just because of insecurities is just dealing with, or not dealing with, but like one thing I struggle with is how's this? I guess not not being a hater. Alright, hold on, I'm gonna get that firepower right here. One thing, that's a good method. That'll be good. Oh, dang. Boom. Oh, dang. What did he say? I think basically. Oh, this is it. Oh man, come on, man. Oh, come on, man. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't think right now. My throat's still hurting, but I need to be gentle on it. So. I don't know, but Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, kind of makes you feel like a loser whenever you read it, because you're like, wow, I'm reading a book on how to make friends. But it's deeper than that. Like, it's actually really good. It's actually I think it's just got a lot of depth to it. And it's not like oh, I need help making friends. It's actually more along the lines of how to treat people so that it benefits you. Because like last time we were talking about, even though you should do things because you're a good person, you're really not that good of a person. And the sooner you kind of realize that and accept that, like, the better it is. You know what I mean? Because, like, you don't have to be a good person. You don't have to be a good person. You don't have to have the intent of being a good person and do things good. Because I think that'll come. I think the feeling of, yeah, I did, like, that was good. That was a good thing that I did. I think that'll come eventually. You know what I mean? But also, what we want is to fit in, right? You know what I mean? And so how we fit in is just by actually being a good, genuine human being. And that's what I was talking about, or at least trying to explain with last episode whenever I was talking about Snow White with red hair. Is like the message there is like she was just genuinely a good person. And she made people feel good, and she was also honest. Yeah, she made people feel good whenever she was around them. I'm very upset. I don't feel good. I don't feel good whenever I'm around this game. This game is frustrating a mess. Maybe that wasn't worth that, but oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, come on. Oh, yes. and life goes on. Yeah, that's anyway. I finally got that in. Yeah, it's just be a good person and good things will happen. I think maybe good things won't just like happen. Like it's obviously deeper, but well, actually, yeah, no, I think good things do happen to those who are just genuine people. Be quick to understand. Be slow to be angry at someone. What's that verse? Be slow to speak, quick to listen. Kind of the same. I mean, yeah, pretty much same idea. Just be understanding. And I think you'll find yourself in a good place with people, and that's I think all we really want to. We want to be important because you want to serve your ego. Oh, and I was talking to my girlfriend about this the other day, actually. It's okay. We all have an ego, right? So we all have an ego, and we all want to be special, and we all want to be important. You can serve that, but keep it controlled at the same time. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people think that like 100% all the time you can't have an ego at all. That's part of who we are, is having an ego. It's like, that's okay. Let yourself have that ego. Just don't let the ego control you and change how you treat others too, right? Because that's whenever it really gets dangerous. Whenever your ego becomes something that's damaging you and how you feel, then it's bad news. But part of having that ego also helps you feel good, because if you didn't have that ego, you would always be depressed. You know what I mean? Oh, shoot. And here's what I'm saying. There's this study. I heard this from Jordan Peterson, by the way. I don't know if that makes it an accurate account. But, oh, shoot. But I trust the source. But he said that there was something that happened and people got like one side of their brain damaged. And what they found with the people that got that side of that brain damage is that was a really trippy beginning. I was like, what? One thing that they found whenever people got that one side of their brain damage is that they, and that would be the side where like I guess like your self perception is like the thing that gives you like that ego. And if that side gets damaged, you're always depressed. You have an accurate perspective, because so often we like to think that we're like this stuff, like we're the main attraction of life, like we're a big deal, and we like to think that, and also that reflects in things, for example, like whenever we watch scary movies and we're afraid that someone's gonna come after us, that's your ego, you know what I mean? Like why would anyone care to come after you? The chances that someone is gonna come after you is so little, but still, like we get afraid because for some reason deep down inside we feel like someone cares and someone wants to hurt us, that's your ego speaking. But that's not a bad thing, it's not bad to have that ego, because like I said, that ego is what makes you feel good and important and also drives you, People who are depressed, they don't feel like that sense of I want to do that, I want to see that and succeed and XYZ, you know. And that's the other thing that I was gonna say. So if your ego is the thing that drives you, and your ego is in that right or left side of your brain, then what about the left side that deals with I don't know, that come down experience where it's like, okay, yeah, or I guess like I don't know, that whatever part of your brain that acknowledges that we're this tiny figure in this grand space of things and we can't control anything. Whatever helps you realize that you're small. If that gets damaged, then become an egomaniac. Okay, you become obsessed with yourself and yeah, like you just yeah. But as I was saying though, man, that's annoying. As I was saying though, shoot. I'm getting sex. I think the one thing I struggle with this game is it's like the original Zelda, where it's like if you attack an enemy, but if you touch them, you get hurt. Oh yeah, but so wait. So I just told you guys about, so if the side that like acknowledges where you are gets damaged, then you become egotistic, you become narcissistic. But then, interesting, excuse me, if that other side of you is damaged, the side that is egotistic or not egotistic, but the side of you that likes yourself, you know what I mean? That makes you kind of feel like you're the shit, you know what I mean? That if that side gets damaged, then it's also bad because then you get depressed, and whenever you're depressed, you don't get anything done. You become unproductive, lazy. You don't feel like getting out of bed. You know, depressed people, they're so depressed that they don't even feel like hurting themselves. That's why, and I actually got this from what's his face. So I guess I don't really know, but I trust him. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you know, before you take what I say as like, whoa, that's crazy. Like, I would definitely look into it before you like go out telling people about this, but because I also haven't looked into the details, but I hear from him that the common time that like suicides will happen is actually right whenever people get on medicine, because they get that sense of or they just get some energy, you know. They have enough energy to where they decide, yeah, I'm worthless. And so I think I should, you know, end it. And it's dark, but yeah. I don't know, it really is dark. But that makes sense though, doesn't it? You know what I mean? And just a note on depression. I recognize, I guess, a little bit better, I guess, like what's going on in the brain. But I'm still, it's like I go back and forth. Like I hear things and I'm like, well, I guess it could be possibly like genetic and just the formation. you know, because like one of the arguments is like maybe like you just have like a chemical imbalance and maybe it's biological, so maybe there's nothing that you can do to fix that besides fix the chemical imbalance through drugs. And I get that, and I think the strongest case is like twin studies really show that sometimes like it's interesting that like parents with depression in twin studies where there'll be one twin that's like taken to or that has been adopted. I think it's like adoption twin studies, and then like one twin that'll stay with them or whatever. Like they'll both have like depression or something or something like that. It's interesting, but then at the same time, you know, I don't forget that, you know, you also have to take into consideration the fact that oh man, we're just like on a boss rampage. You also have to take into consideration that that twins might just be at a disadvantage because they are adopted. Like how many people who are adopted struggle with like fitting in and knowing who they are and like where do they come from and does my family love me, you know what I mean, like stuff like that. Like am I an imposter, you know, because you're being fed, you're being taken care of, you know. It's like I'm sure people deal with that, you know, and my heart goes out to it, but all I'm saying is like I just, you know, you'd think that, well, I don't know what you'd think, but I just feel like the data doesn't really clear everything up, whereas people will like die by that, and it becomes very, 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 very personal for people. Like people will be seriously angry if you tell them that like, hey, I don't think that your depression. Well, here's what I think. You know, going back to like, it's always important to try and understand. You know what I mean? Because not only that, but like whenever you understand, you can solve problems, right? Whenever you know why, you can figure out how to address a problem. So one thing that I think that comes from is then you're saying like, oh, so you're saying this is my fault. It's my fault that I'm depressed. You know? Which is, I wouldn't even say that. I would just say it's a human struggle that I think a lot of people deal with, and sometimes people don't really figure out the best way to deal with that sometimes, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's okay. Like it's okay to, you know, not have figured it out, you know what I mean? But I think it's not okay to say, all right, I'm going to go to the doctor, get a drug that's going to that's going to help me feel normal. You know, that's not okay. And then give up. No, I see, because it's deeper, you know what I mean? And I get that sometimes you need to escape, but I'm concerned about the other things. People aren't searching for purpose. People, you know, whenever you have drugs, you're not searching for purpose because you have, you know, this stimulated feeling. It's like cocaine. It's like doing cocaine. Cocaine makes you feel productive, right? But then are ever being productive? I mean, maybe it increases productivity. I don't know too much about cocaine, so to be fair, I don't know. But assuming that it doesn't, and assuming that, you know, all the stereotypes I see are true, and that whenever you're on cocaine, you're just, you know, being a party animal, and you know, but I guess like people do a lot of work on cocaine. Either way, it's really bad for you, and it can absorb your life. I think. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I guess all these statements I'm making are unfair. Let's just assume for a second, that it is true, everything that we're taught, that it is true. Then there's a huge problem because you're never actually accomplishing the work that you should set out to be accomplishing. And you're going to lose, because we're deeper than feeling productive, and that's the other side of it. We're far more complicated, and there's pieces to being a human that, you could synthetically have a good life, or you could actually have a good life. So even whenever you're off the drugs, you still feel good, and also your life is going in a good direction where you have friends, company, family. So it's just the hope that, eventually I don't need these drugs, you know what I mean? And I'm just afraid that people will skip that, okay, what do I do? So it's like, you can figure out why, and why might have something to do with the fact that, you have a chemical imbalance. Okay, so what are we going to do about it? The answer is not... See, because biologically, you have that chemical imbalance. But then you can take another step. Okay, so why do I have this chemical imbalance? And a lot of times we like to say, genetics. My mom is depressed. Okay, but then you're going to stop there. Why was your mom depressed? Why do you think your mom was depressed? And a lot of times her mom was probably depressed. No, eventually, look. It's just... What are you going to do about it? So is the rest of your family just destined to deal with this curse? Or maybe it's not even a curse. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but when are we going to believe? Where's the hope? I believe that anyone can progress, and I think anyone... I feel like I'm just getting good at this game, and we're already at the end. I don't know, but I believe in people, and I think there's also beauty inside the struggle, and I talk about that a lot, but I believe it. I really do. I think I guess that's where my ego comes in, where I believe in the struggle, and I like the struggle. I like the artistic nature of us, where we try. I like effort, and it's beautiful, and I've talked about this before. It's like, I like to see art because it shows a feeling, that people have, and it's, I don't know, there's a depth to it, you know what I mean? A depth to it that I think I love, and that's kind of also my fear with, that's also, I think, one of the struggles with capitalism, but also the blessing. I think maybe it's just a struggle in general, to motivate, because people can still have passions, and capitalism can still be a thing, you know what I mean? There isn't a law against having passion. I just think your job, your passion might become a side thing rather than a main piece of your life, which is sad, which I think is sad, but nevertheless, life is life, and I think there's beauty in struggle. At the same time, I think progression is part of, that art that's beautiful, but I don't know. I don't really know anything, I'm learning, you know what I mean? And that's what I like to do. I like to learn. I like to explore ideas, and I like to see different things. And that's what this is for, that's what this podcast is for. It's for exploring new ideas. Anyway, but that was my alarm. So I think I'm gonna end this episode right here. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. Next episode might be a little bit shorter, but anyway, if you guys enjoy this series, make sure to share. That's the best way you can support. But another way you can support monetarily is by going to my website. If you scroll all the way down, there's a section you can donate to my podcast on my website. Also, I make music. If you want to check that out on Spotify, whatever, just type in Joshua T. Bryan, you'll see it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time. See you.